thing is that it's not like we have new politicians, it's just new political parties. And Danstan, when you look at it, whatever is happening in Mombasa, because Mombasa has a member of parliament in the name of Abdul Samad Sharif Nasir, of course, moving away from Vita to be seeking to be governor. A former senator, Danstan Omari, seeking to be governor in Kakamega. And of course, Danstan Omari previously worked with the Wiper Party and Coalition for Reforms and Democracy, later NASA. In Kakamega, you have Cleophas Malala, ANC, worked with NASA in 2017, now seeking to be governor. So these are really very popular candidates who've won elections before. So do you believe it is a question of the coast, for instance, shifting its thinking politically away from, a bit of it, away from Raila Odinga and ODM, if you're to compare the profiles of those candidates, but also looking at the outcome at the constituency level? You have only one seat going to UDA out of the 6 and only 5 for MCAs out of 30 going to UDA.
Well, when you look at the politics of the coast, and especially the politics of Mombasa, let us start from the year 2017. Jubilee, led by Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, did not manage 30%. The reason was that they were seen to be people supporting the thieves of land. They were seen to be supporting those who have made the coastarians poor. The messaging of Raila Odinga then was that they must fight through NASA to regain possession of their land and possession of their port. The message sank very well to the electorate. And that is why NASA was 70-something% of the votes.
It was actually 69.7. So
69.9 something. So the messaging that time was that it was NASA that was going to deal with the problems of the people. And remember, also at that time, the policy on transfer of the port had been implemented and actioned by William Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta. Come 2022, the messaging changes and William Ruto is saying the port that I authorized to be removed to go to Rift Valley, I want that port back to you. That narrative sinks with the people that the same guy who removed the port.
Though he says he's not the one that moved it.
He will say, but I'm saying the policy of Jubilee is a policy that joins both of them. None can be out of it. And the formation and conceptualization and the pregnancy of that idea was done before way back Baba came into the handshake. So the actualization of the movement of the port is not the question, is the conceptualization, implementation, funding, and relocation that is very critical. Where was the deputy president at the heart of the Jubilee government? That's why they lost badly in cost in 2017. Come now, the port is supposed to be brought back to Mombasa. Come now, the land is, as my good friend the hustler say, they have now set aside money. They'll set aside money to buy land, 1 million acres, and settle the islands. So the narrative was so sweet, and that is why you have seen they have raised their votes. William Ruto got 41%, because the narrative now is what people want to hear. And I agree with Sossion that the messaging of UDA, the messaging in terms of regions, was very specific to what that they perceive to be the people's problems. And that is why they have done very well. But if you look at the elected members, they do not have, I think they have only one in Mombasa. One in Mombasa. Reason being that they were looking for votes for the presidential target, not votes for elected members of parliament. And they achieved that. Let us give them the credit that out of the totality of the country, they got everywhere a vote, a vote, a vote, a vote, a vote, a vote, a vote. Cumulatively, that vote becomes a big vote in one basket, which was a very good strategy from UDA. When you go to Western, the narrative similar was, that was the narrative. The sugar question, the sugar belt question, the Mumias question, the Mohoroni question. How do you deal with this question? Baba and NASA, that has been their stronghold. But the messaging did not come out very clearly because they were seen to be carrying the sick, the bed of the incumbency. While William Ruto distanced himself, and that is what Mr. Honorable Lochi is saying, that for almost 5 years, William Ruto projected himself not to be government when it became an issue that government has failed. But he projected himself to be the architect and the mastermind of government when the results were very positive. So the double speak, and Honorable Lochi, they'll do more work, they could have done a better messaging to bring it out that you can never be one, the architect, and you can never be the same person who is saying you have never even been in that country where those architectures are being constructed. So out of that, we are likely to see both positions going to ODM.
Okay, Danstan, let me